my dear child, just 5 minutes ago, a woman rushed into the police station, but she was not in a normal state. Her clothes were torn, her body was covered in injuries, and her voice trembled as she delivered a statement so grave, so shocking that the officers didn't hesitate for a moment before springing into action. In mere seconds, they abandoned everything, seized their radios, and now police cars are racing toward a single destination to apprehend someone. But who is this woman? What has transpired? And who is said to be arrested? The name she provided to the authorities is false. The reason behind her deception is darker than you might imagine. So, let us begin, my child. Indeed, it is true. Just 5 minutes ago, a complaint was lodged. But this was not just any complaint, it was something entirely different. It was a serious matter, one so intense, so explosive that it compelled the officers to leap from their seats, grab their radios, and dash out of the station, heading directly toward a specific target to make an arrest. Yes, my child, the grave complaint that was filed came from a woman. A woman who entered that police station in a state far from normal. Her clothes were in tatters, her body bore wounds, and her voice was barely coherent. And now, as you sit here listening to me, the police are already racing through the streets, their sirens wailing, their tires screeching, all to reach a particular destination to apprehend the individual whom this woman claims is responsible for her dire condition. But before you inquire, Lord, who are they going to arrest? There is something crucial you must understand about this complaint, this statement, this moment that unfolded just 5 minutes ago. Because when you learn this truth, it will rattle you. It will astonish you. Yes, my child. The name she provided, the name she murmured to the authorities, the name she asserted was to blame, is a fabrication. Yes, my child, you heard me correctly. It is not the truth. And why? Why is she resorting to this? Why would she bear those scars, wear tattered clothing, and still utter a name that doesn't exist? The reason behind her actions is far more sinister than you might imagine. Much more sinister. If you are prepared, if you genuinely seek the complete truth, then spare me your next 9 minutes, for I am about to unveil everything, every detail, every shadow lurking behind this facade. Now, let us commence, my dear, as I reveal the entire truth regarding this fabricated complaint and the false name this woman provided to the authorities. I must take you back. Not just minutes, but hours. Because that is when this dark scheme truly took shape. Yes, my dear. A few hours ago, she was not at the police station. No sirens, no radios, no quivering voice. She was in her home, in her bedroom, sitting alone before a mirror, with a makeup kit in her hands, but not to enhance her beauty, her radiance, her allure. No, my dear, she wielded that kit to craft a deception, to forge a narrative so compelling that it could deceive even the keenest observers. Slowly and meticulously, she began. With each brushstroke, she fabricated wounds, marks, and bruises that never existed. She darkened the skin in one area, smudged red in another, made her face appear swollen, her lip look torn, and as she painted these false afflictions, she murmured the very words she intended to cry out to the officers later. She practiced every quiver, every sob, every tremor in her voice until it sounded authentic. And when her rehearsal concluded, she rose, gazed at her reflection, and saw not herself, but the victim she had meticulously crafted. Then she stepped out, not as her true self, but as the shattered soul she had conjured for this occasion. Upon arriving at the police station, she executed her performance flawlessly. The trembling voice, the sobs, the shaking hands, all perfectly rehearsed. And when the officers inquired, "Who did this to you?" she did not respond verbally. No, my dear. She wrote it down. She inscribed a name on a piece of paper. And the name she penned will not only astonish you, it will haunt you. And if you are truly prepared to discover whose name she had the audacity to write and the reason behind it, Then lend me your final moments because I am about to reveal everything. My dear child, the name she inscribed on that paper with quaking hands and tearful eyes was not that of a stranger. No, it belonged to someone cherished by your heart. The very individual you have repeatedly lifted up to me in your prayers, seeking my protection and guidance. But listen closely, she wrote that name not out of truth, but as a calculated weapon. Indeed, my child, just as Herodias in Mark 6:19 harbored a grudge against John the Baptist and awaited the perfect moment to strike, this woman too has been nursing her bitterness. Her mind has been scheming her moment. And why? Because the one you hold dear refused to yield to her desires, to comply with her demands, to relinquish the control she so desperately craved. Consequently, she has resolved to ruin their life with a falsehood. However, understand this, my child. Lies may spread swiftly. They may roar with intensity. Yet, they can never outpace the truth, even as she believes she has already triumphed. While she revels in this illusory victory, she stands on perilous ground. Ground that is fracturing. Ground that is on the verge of collapsing beneath her feet. For I, the Lord of Justice, have witnessed everything. What she has set as a trap will soon lead to her own undoing. And how I will transform this deception into divine revelation is what I am about to disclose next. My child, at this very moment, police cars are speeding through the streets, their sirens piercing the night air. Why? Because they are convinced by her narrative. She is smiling somewhere, believing that her fabricated wounds, her rehearsed sobs, and her trembling performance are sufficient to break the one you love. But have I not declared? Proverbs 19:5 states, "A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will not go free." Yes, my child. Her confidence may appear robust, but it is built on shifting sand. And when the tide rises, and my hand moves, everything she has constructed will be washed away in an instant. For while she is convinced, her plan appears to be flawless. While she is sure of her victory, I, the Lord, am initiating something. Something she cannot prevent. Something she will not anticipate. And when it unfolds, it will not merely reveal her. It will reverse everything she has initiated. Yes, my child. The very trap she set for someone else will ensnare her instead. The harm she schemed will return to her doorstep. The lie she wielded as a weapon will turn like a sword against her own designs. And the hunter, the one who stalked, plotted, and struck from the shadows, is about to become the prey. And how I will accomplish this, how I will transform her darkness into light and her forceful victory into complete defeat is what I am disclosing. Next, my child, when the police take the next turn, something unforeseen will break through their radios. A voice, but not just any voice. A voice I have designated for this precise moment. Because I always position truth exactly where the lie believed it could conceal itself. And this voice will emerge from a witness. Someone who observed everything. Someone who remained unseen while she sat before the mirror just hours ago. Yes, my child. This witness saw her with makeup in her hands. Saw her applying bruises that were never earned. Darkening her skin, swelling her lip, fabricating pain that never touched her. And when this truth hits the airwaves, it will slice through the lie like lightning through the clouds. The officers who once trusted her will suddenly redirect their attention, their eyes, their suspicion, their authority will now focus not on the innocent, but on her. Her false injuries will be erased. Her staged tears will evaporate like mist in sunlight, and the very snare she meticulously set will begin to tighten around her own ankles. For have I not proclaimed in Luke 8:17? For nothing is hidden that will not be revealed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought into the light. Yes, my dear child, that word is alive and it is unfolding right now. The one she attempted to destroy, the one you've cried for will walk free. and she will confront the judgment she prepared for another because I am a God of justice. I never allow truth to remain buried, my beloved child. I understand that sometimes my sorrow can be perplexing and may not make sense. But just have faith when the path I'm guiding you on seems to defy logic. When my timing appears completely off, when my methods seem mysterious or even severe. Here lies the heart behind every choice I make. Trust me, for I only desire what is best for you. Not what feels easiest in the moment, not what seems most comfortable, but what will ultimately transform you into who you are meant to be. Trust me, for I only wish to give you what you truly deserve. And what you deserve is far greater than what you are settling for, far more beautiful than what you are holding on to. Sometimes my love manifests as restriction. And at times, that means closing a door that you have been desperately trying to open. The job that appeared perfect, the relationship you believed was destined to be. The opportunity that felt like your only chance. Sometimes my protection sounds like rejection. And that can mean saying no to one of your prayers. Not because I don't hear you, not because I don't care, but because I can see the whole picture while you can only see this single frame. And sometimes my grace shows up as removal. And that can mean taking away something or someone from your life. People who were meant for a season but not a lifetime. Circumstances that served their purpose but now impede your growth. So today, in this very moment, just trust me. Even when your feelings scream otherwise, even when your circumstances suggest abandonment, trust that I know what I am doing. Every closed door, every detour, every delay is perfectly orchestrated for your ultimate good. Trust my will even when it contradicts your desires. Trust my path, even if it takes you through valleys you never wished to traverse. Just believe that my plans surpass your own. They are infinitely superior, eternally wise, and utterly flawless. Your limited perspective cannot compare to my boundless view. My child, cease your search in all the wrong places for what only I can offer. Look upward. Your assistance lies in me, not in humanity. While you've been glancing sideways at those who let you down, looking back at what you've lost, and surveying the confusing circumstances around you, I need your gaze directed toward heaven, where your true source exists. Be mindful of what is unfolding in this season of your life. I am initiating something new within you. Not rehashing old patterns or repeating past experiences, but creating something entirely novel, something you've never encountered before, something that will surpass your wildest dreams. Observe my hand at work in ways that may initially cause discomfort. I am removing the wrong individuals from your life and preparing you for something greater and more fulfilling. Those departures that felt like betrayals, those relationships that ended unexpectedly, those connections that suddenly turned cold, every exit was orchestrated by me to clear the way for divine encounters you cannot yet envision. Here's what I need you to do right away. Stop mourning the loss and disappointment. Each tear you shed for what is lost is energy taken from what is on the horizon. Every moment spent grieving the wrong people is a moment you are not readying yourself for the right ones.